What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what I'm be speaking about right now is the Madden 21 beta and my experience with it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Just so you guys know, first of all, I want to say I apologize for not putting out a video yesterday. But a big reason why is because I barely got the beta. I think it was the day after the actual beta was released. I had to make sure it downloaded and so forth. So my whole goal really was just to sit down and really play and absorb the game. I didn't want to have to really focus on anything else, and I didn't want to have to hurry up and make a video just to tell you guys about the beta when I haven't had that much experience playing it. Some of these other YouTubers who actually played it, or people who were YouTubers actually played it, some of them got the game the same day that the beta dropped, so they're able to put out the content right away. But just so you know, they didn't actually come out and make a video right away too. They actually played it, and then the next day they actually made a video on it. So I got it a little bit later, but the thing is that I got it, so I want to sit here and break it down to you guys, and that's why I didn't come out with the video right away. I wanted to make sure I understood what I was saying about the beta before I did. But anyways, one thing I would like to say so far about the beta is it's a lot different from last year's beta, and the reason why I say that is because last year's beta we're able to go into franchise. I can't remember if we're able to play in franchise. I'm pretty sure we're able to play in franchise because I was able to log into franchise and actually see all the teams. So that was it. So I was really hoping that the beta this beta wasn't allow us to do that. I was hoping to go to the franchise, look at all the teams, see what abilities and so forth they got, come to you guys, make content and let you guys know what to expect when it comes to Madden 20. I got as much as I can right, but they had no franchise this year. You could not go into the franchise. There was no franchise. All there was a play now and an online. That's it. You're able to actually experiment with the playbooks and stuff like that, but that was it though. It wasn't really not much going on when it came to the beta, and that's one big thing I didn't like about it was they didn't allow you to a lot of the things that they didn't do last year. Last year I think that your base year allowed you to do mostly everything besides Ultimate Team. I mean, that would be nice if they did, but anyways, so that's what I did last year. Last year I actually went into franchise. I actually see what abilities people had, and then things like that. I was able to get a lot more information out. This year they wasn't. I didn't like that, so I want to put that out there. And another thing is, I want to say that a big reason why I believe that they didn't put the franchise out is because a lot of people, there's a big old uproar about how franchise didn't really get the fair treatment that they should have, and I could understand that. And I think that that's why EA didn't want to put the franchise in, because they didn't want to hear no one say anything no more. If they would have put it in, I think a lot of people would have said a lot more, and I think that's really what it came down to. That's why they didn't probably put it in. So now, another thing I want to say is 4 teams were added to the beta: the Bucks, KC, Falcons, and Baltimore Ravens. So them were the only 4 teams we're able to play with. It's cool. It's all right. I wish there was a lot more, but it's fine though. We just get a feel of the gameplay. I don't feel that me playing the Madden 21 beta and me going online gave me a whole feel. Some people have, some people are a lot more experienced at the game than I am. They've been playing for years. They know the ins and outs. So when they play a game, it doesn't matter what team they play with. They feel that they have it down packed when it comes to what they got out of it and what needs to be changed right away. I'm not that far advanced yet, and I'll be the first one to say that. But I do have some certain things that I would like to say about the game that I've seen so far. Okay, so now let's get into one big. There's several big problems, but a big problem that you guys are gonna see, that if it continues on when Madden 21 drops, it's gonna be a big issue, and that's the user. I'm pretty sure some of you guys already heard, but the user is slower than a turtle. Like, I'm out there trying to user the middle linebacker, and even some of the safeties, right? Because people were like, okay, well, the middle linebacker. One thing that they pointed out was the middle linebacker, some of the speed was slow, right? And they're like, okay, well, them stats are probably going to change when it comes to Madden 20 and so forth, right? But look, check this out. That might be 21. That might be possible. But I even tried it with the safety who was a little bit faster, that had like 90 speed, and it seems a little faster, but not as fast as you would. We're used to running to the line or doing certain things in order to stop the run, or in order to get to. I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than that. It's the user is not that fast. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of us are used to being faster with the user. If he had decent speed, you should be able to run around and be able to do a lot with them. I didn't see that, but like I said though, I wouldn't put too much emphasis on that. I really think that would change. I really think that the game is going to be a lot different from what we've seen right now. I just really believe that. To me, that's just what it seems. Oh, another thing is a pursuit. The pursuit is horrible, but I don't want to sit here and say that I know it's a lot different from the previous Maddens apparently, but I don't mind it being bad. But if certain players are fast, they should be able to track down the someone who intercepts the ball and stuff like that. But there's no reason for a lineman to be tracking you down, right? There's just no way. They're not that fast as a linebacker or as a cornerback and stuff like that. So I could understand that. But the pursuit, when I seen in the game, they didn't pursue you like they did. Like if the dude picked it off, even if it was a defensive tackle, they weren't catching you. I seen a couple of times people get caught, but majority of the times, I'll say like 8 out of 10. I'm gonna be a modest with there. They didn't catch him. The dude was going in for 6. When I was actually playing the beta, some games I took real serious and I actually was trying to win. Other games I was just in there throwing the ball up and just doing crazy stuff just to see what the game was allowed you to do, right? And some of these dudes are really taking it real serious. They're rage quitting and stuff like that. If I quit the game, it ain't because I was losing. It ain't because I was winning. I quit the game usually because these games are 5-minute quarters. I was like, I'm not trying to play 20 minutes and end up going into like an hour of a game. So sometimes I'll play 2 quarters and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to quit this and then I'm going to go ahead and go play with a different team. Because we only have a little bit of limited time, right? I got a limited time as it is working and stuff. So I wanted to make sure I was able to use different teams and see how they work and use them more than once. So I did things like that to get a better feel. So another big thing that people were talking about that you guys might have heard of was the film ability. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's film something ability, right? That Earl Thomas has. There you go. I'm over here blanking out, but Earl Thomas has the film study ability, right? And so some people are angry, some people don't care, right? Because it's just like basically is if you use the same play again, you're able to actually see the offensive play. Like I said, I'm gonna get more into that in another video, but I want to put that out there. I liked it. I think it will make a big difference for those who is really able to adjust if this individual is doing the same play again. But for those who can't adjust or like, okay, I don't even know what to do right here, even though I see the play, then yeah, it's not really gonna matter, right? If you can't stop it, then you can't stop it. I more like it, like I told you guys with Peyton Manning. I like the fact that I see what the user. To me, it makes the game more interesting. I really enjoy it. But you're able to actually see the play. If you're on defense, you're actually able to see the play art on offense if they use the play again. And I actually seen it, so it was actually pretty good. Like I said, I'll go more into detail on that later on. But just know that that's one thing that they brought into the game. Some people like it, some people don't. I like it, whether it works or not. I just like seeing the play art. I think it makes it interesting. However, whether it works or not, I'm pretty sure it worked for some people who was able to adapt right away. Okay, so a big one I would say that I really enjoyed, that I really enjoyed, even though I got upset when it was used against me. Of course, a lot of us always gets upset when it's used against you, right? But I'm one of the strong advocates when this happened. I told you guys that I was looking forward to it, was the release of the football. I'm telling you right now, I think it was a fake punt. There was plenty of times, right? It was a fake field goal. I was running with the ball. I was about to release the ball to the receiver or whoever was out there going to get the ball. And as I was releasing it, my QB gets sacked, but the ball goes out and the guy still catches it. It was, to me, that release was perfect. I didn't see an issue with it. Maybe someone else did, but I thought that was perfect. I thought that they released it perfect. And that's one big thing that I'm looking forward to. Yes, it was used against me and I got angry about it. But when it's all said and done, I like that. I like that they actually really want that. That's one thing that they spoke about. And that's one thing that I actually seen. All right. So another thing I like to add is I seen this, there's little glitches you'll see in here and there. One of the glitches I seen was my opponent threw the ball to Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill just kept on running, and the ball just hit Tyreek Hill in the back foot and kept on bouncing off his foot, stuff like that. There was a few little glitches like that where you seen or he hit the ball and it hit his head and stuff like that. But I seen it hit Tyreek's shoe and kept on bouncing on his shoe, and eventually just fell off. So they're more just little glitches that they could fix, but I didn't see too much of that though. Just so you guys know, right? I didn't see too much of that. So one last thing that I want to mention before I end it, and like I said, I'm gonna get more into it because I'm gonna study this. I'm gonna get more into it, and I'm gonna bring you more information, right? But these are the few things that I want to let you know so far that I was able to see. But the last thing I want to mention is the actual D-line user. I thought it was gonna be OP. It might be OP, but I'm telling you right now, I did not. I tried using it. The D line, I didn't even break through. I don't know even what they're telling me, right? And you have to use the right stick and do some crazy stuff. Like I said, I'll get more into that later. But just so you know, it didn't seem OP to me. I don't even know what EA was talking about that. I'm gonna look more into it. But I try to play as much as I can with the D line to look. It didn't work for me. I stopped and I went back to my user because I was like, nah, these guys over here dotting me, and I don't have time. If I can't get around and to get a sack, then there's no need for that. But like I said, I didn't see much with that D-line user, so I wouldn't think much into it for those who actually were looking forward to it like I was, because I like to do different things again. I like to make an in string, but it didn't work. So I went back to my user, which was still slow, but I was still able to make some pick sixes and some quite a few interceptions and so forth, but not as I would like to. But the thing is, I had to go back to him. But anyways, that's my experience so far. I'm gonna have a lot more videos coming out for you guys, going into detail over each one, and as well as a lot of other stuff, right? So if you guys have any feedback you guys want to give me, or if you guys played it, please put in the comment section what you think. I'll see what it is, and then we'll speak about it in another video. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right here. If you guys like what you're seeing, drop a like. If you guys need sub to the channel, there will be more great, amazing content coming your way. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm out.